Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about a touchy subject in Halo Infinite and it releasing incomplete. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with this. So I've read a lot of comments now on Twitter, and just kind of hearing feedback in general before I decided to make a video about this. Me personally, I am not a major Halo fan. I never really have been. I never really was an Xbox fan, to be completely honest with you. Microsoft first party games never really stood out to me because of the multiplayer nature of them. I have since come around, a lot more to participating in more on multiplayer games, but still not to an extent to where some of that stuff matters as much to me. Like me personally, I'm completely okay with getting the single player experience for Halo as soon as possible. Like that's me. Like that's the only part of the Halo Infinite that I really care about. I probably will play a little bit of the multiplayer, but nowhere near as much. Like I guarantee you, I will not be investing a whole lot of time into that. So things like co-op with the campaign, I mean, I don't really ever have anybody over here to sit on the couch to play multiplayer or co-op, campaign on the on Halo Infinite during the campaign. So that is never really something that ever mattered to me. And Forge, I don't even know what Forge is, to be completely honest with you. I know a lot of people really like that mode, and I've seen a lot of comments about it and a lot of comments about the co-op when it comes to Halo. Me personally, those things really just don't matter to me to a point where it's going to alter my experience with Halo Infinite at all. So with that being said, now we need to address what's really going on with this. Halo needs to launch soon. We've almost been a whole year since this game has been delayed. Halo needs to launch in whatever state it's in as early as next month. That's my honest opinion about it. We either need that game next month or early October, and that's it has to launch. People that bought an Xbox Series X need to know exactly what it is that we've been waiting for. We basically got our Xbox Series X's on the promise that content would be coming. The only thing to date that's really launched Xbox exclusive that I've really cared about has been Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, my intentions was to download that, try it on Game Pass, and then just kind of be whatever with it. But I ended up liking the game, so I ended up purchasing it and buying some DLC and getting some other stuff with that. As it sits right now, yeah, I strongly believe that Halo Infinite needs to launch as soon as possible. Whether it's going to be complete or incomplete is a whole nother thing. The plan with this game is to support it long term. They want to do, like the Destiny update schedule with it, something to continue to add content to this game over the life of this generation. So either way you look at it, this game is not going to launch complete whether you want it to or not. It is going to be something that gradually, continues to build upon what it launches as. And let's be completely honest, this game needs to launch as soon as possible. We need to be able to experience this content more than just betas. We need the actual game, the campaign in our hands so that we can judge, is this something that, is this truly going to be an Xbox experience that people need to go out and buy a console for? Or is it just another, Halo 5? I played most of the campaign through Halo 5, and I mean, it wasn't something that I really cared about, so I never really even finished it. So I'm really looking forward to the setting of this new Halo game and it finally delivering an experience that's going to captivate me and really get me into the Halo franchise, because as it sits right now, some of it's been pretty cool, but I'm still not there yet. I'm still not hooked into Halo like I am like God of War or any of my PlayStation first party games. So as it sits right now, yes, I want the campaign to launch as soon as possible. And the multiplayer, for people that are going to want to play the multiplayer, I want those experiences as soon as possible. When it comes to, people being angry about the state of the game, about the game launching with where it's at, guys, we need this to happen. We need Halo to be out as soon as possible. It's better to have, the campaign and the multiplayer now, and then to wait for these other things to launch. I understand that there's a lot of people that really like the co-op mode, and it does suck to deny them that to deny them that experience, but they've been working on this Halo game now for so long. I want proof of concept. A lot of people want proof of concept, and if we don't get that soon, there's going to be yeah, just like with PlayStation not launching anything for the rest of the year, this really sucks for Xbox. They need to have this game out. There's no freaking way that the community is going to accept this game being delayed till 2022. So do I think that Xbox is making the right decision to launch the game, incomplete? Yeah, I do. I really do think they are making the right decision. Could the community go until 2022 without this game? I don't think so. If they've got the multiplayer and the campaign completely buttoned up and ready to go and bug free and ready for launch, yeah, we need these experiences and we need them now. So to anybody that's really upset about this, I caution you to have an open mind about this, because we do need to see a proof of concept for Halo soon. We've been waiting a long time for this. We got the first reveal that everybody was mad about, that it didn't look good. I want to see what they've got coming, and I want to see it, as soon as possible, because I don't want it to be one of those projects that, they just keep, pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. If we get this campaign out and we get the multiplayer out, then that guarantees that they're going to keep working on this, working on the other stuff. I'm hoping that when the campaign and the multiplayer does launch, it's relatively bug free so that they can continue to work on the other stuff without having to, worry about it too much. I personally am willing to take that on and try this game, and give it, a fair shot, because a lot of games, even Ghost of Tsushima launched without the multiplayer aspect that we didn't even know was coming to it. So I'm just thankful that when they do launch this, at least they're not going to sell us this stuff as DLC like a lot of other companies, Ubisoft, do later down the road. So that's pretty cool. Like, I do appreciate that. At least we are going to get this content, and it is going to be free, and the game is going to be continued to work on. So that's my 2 cents about it. Yeah, it is disappointing that after a whole year we're still not going to have all of this. But if you really think about the scope of Halo Infinite, this game is the scope of this game is going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty massive. Well, at least that's what we think. So I'm willing to give them that extra time to continue to develop these other parts of the game while still giving us something to play, because when all said and done, this Halo is going to be the biggest Halo experience we've ever received. So let's give them that. Let's give them this opportunity. Let's let them show us what they've got, and then we'll go from there, guys. Like, that's how I'm feeling on it. Yeah, I should be holding the fire to Microsoft a little bit harder on this one, but honestly, guys, I don't have really strong feelings for the other 2 modes that are being held back. So technically, yeah, that does suck. It doesn't matter to me as much as it's going to matter to a lot of people, but like I said, let's give them this opportunity to show us what they've got. I want to see what they've got. I want to see if this is going to be worth, you know, the time and the money and investment that we're all going to be asked to make once this game does fully launch. So that's my 2 cents. If you agree with what I said or you don't agree, just leave something in the comments. You know, let's continue this discussion. Here in a little while, maybe I'll make another video about it after we get, you know, what's going on with this. After this video goes public and everybody gives me their input on it, like we will revisit this and continue to move forward. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with this. Thanks.